Hey there, Belmathuin here, bringing you another 1.13 Minecraft Let's Play series in survival. You may remember, if you got to the end of the last episode, that I recorded way too much video to try to fit it all into one video. And since my channel's mostly about coming along for the journey, I don't want to jump cut too often, you know, from blank canvas to fully painted Mona Lisa. So I'm bringing you this time around the continuation of our tree farm from last episode, and I'm pretty sure there's probably going to be another 1 or 2 episodes beyond that, creating the shell, and maybe a nice little pathway behind me to the house and to the village breeder. You get my point, though. So, without further ado, on to the rest of the tree farm. Okay, and just for your reference, when you go to test this, if this dispenser is empty, you get nothing. If, however, you put even just one thing in there, then this reads through. So keep that in mind. If you go to test it and those aren't all firing and these aren't lighting up, try putting something in that dispenser behind the test block. So I guess we're going back to placing more blocks. I am definitely going to need more slabs. Alright, so those are all set. They're all on 2 ticks. There we go. Now all that's left is to do that on the other side. hopefully everybody was able to follow the montage that we just built this with. The dimensions 24 by 15, and that's for the outer wall. 24 by 15 will leave you enough space to build a shell right around this. I have double jump with a beacon over there, so I can kind of make a really steep staircase to get up here for maintenance reasons. But only really one thing left to do, and I'm thinking we're gonna stick. Let's see. I'm thinking maybe we'll stick to this because it'll make the inside of here brighter. In the tutorial, I used like stripped. I can't get up there. I used stripped acacia. I think I want to keep the bark on them. Yeah, I think that looks better. And because I really just don't want to strip all these logs. It's a lot. It's like 200 and something. What do I got on my list? 272 logs. Now this is a little bit different than the design in my tutorial. I believe in that one, I had the wall there. I also had a wall up there, and these walls were 14 wide. I made them 16 wide here, partially because I kept finding a couple of leaf blocks like right along in here. So I'm hoping this prevents that and takes care of it, and it also will help out on this end where I didn't put this crushing wall in. Now, these logs will actually, let's see, can I get that one? Yes, I can. So these logs will crush the leaves, allowing the saplings from them, it'll actually destroy the leaf block, which allows us to have a sapling pop down into the hoppers that are underneath those repeaters and all the carpets. And overall, just a great little gimmick to immediately get back some of the saplings and to make it all more manageable. You'll see what I mean in a second. Alright. Wow, am I really... I got through that without messing up. How is that possible? Although the simple fact that it's night and a creeper can come up and just blast me right now is probably gonna be a result of the foot that I just put in my mouth for being surprised that I did something not too bad. You know how it goes. Every time you start to pat your own back, a creeper comes along and disabuses you of whatever you were congratulating yourself about. Especially if you stupidly continue this at night like I am. Yeah. I think that'll work. There we go. Alright. And it does do... Alright, so you do it, and it fires. And then when you kill the log, or take the log from there, it fires again. And I find that useful, because sometimes this tree will grow before these ones will. And that means that it's only crushed the leaves of this one. But then, when you come back through, all of the trees have grown. And you remove that log and it crushes the leaves one more time. Super useful. In fact, actually, I don't have any bone meal on me, do I? I do not. I should probably remedy that, huh? Let's stick what we have left of those right there. And those. So that box is empty and it's reusable. Alright, I'm going to go grab some bone meal and we're going to give this thing a shot. I don't know that we're going to get to the shell of the building today. My main concern was just making it usable. So let's grab some bones. A whole crap load of bones. That'll do it. 22 stacks of bone blocks. That should get us going for quite some time. Yeah, actually leaving off that one wall, the entrance wall of pistons, actually seemed to have saved me quite a few resources, because I only really brought over just enough. And I know I usually ender pearl this part, but you know, I didn't want to have to stop and put the ender pearls on my bar. Alright, so let's take you. Stick you right there. And oh, actually, we'll keep those. Dump off all this junk. Yeah. Just like that. And something to light this place up with. Let's see. Now it'll be a good idea to light this up really well, because I mean it's a lot of repeaters lighting up. It's a lot of lighting updates from the redstone. Probably be a good idea to get even lines of glowstone right along here for each of them, but for now this is gonna work. So let's turn that into 1 dispenser, 2 dispensers worth of bone meal. Three dispensers. And 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, that should finish us off. So, got enough room for those. So, 4. No. 5. 6. 7. And I did grab 1 too few. The great thing is, I'll show you in a second actually, that none of this bone meal is going to get wasted. And it will actually grow quite a few trees. Alright. Now unfortunately, I haven't come up with a way to automatically refill these. I could probably do something underneath here with a dropper facing up into it and a hopper line feeding into the droppers. And then maybe like an input chest over here. I could probably do that fairly easily, but honestly, it's pretty easy to do what I just did. In fact, that's going to stay over here. So where's a nice safe place? Right there looks good. Actually, let's go. We can hide. Yeah, we can hide that. Yeah. Alright, so now acacia. Everybody knows acacia grows in a weird way all over the place. It's kind of a pain in the butt to harvest. Well, not anymore. Alright, see, so it still grows kind of cockeyed. But take a look at that. Ooh, actually, we're gonna have to go up one more layer. Yeah, we'll do one more layer. We can afford that. But look at that. Then you just come through here with your beacon, all in one nice straight line. There's the second fire. And there won't ever be any that are kind of like off to the side too much. Ooh, that grew up tall. Oh, I know why. Alright, so let's go up here and let's just take care of this right away. Some slabs. Yeah. See, originally in my design I had a bar going up across here, much like you would do with any oak tree farm. Where's the line? Is this the line? It should be. Oh, no. Put that back. Yeah, there's the line. So, let's see. Let's go. That's one above. So let's go right there. And that should limit the height of the trees that are able to grow in here. Let's see. That might be one too far, but we're not going to worry too much about that. Okay, so yeah, that looks right. Which will stick us with shorter trees, which means we won't need to put another layer up. Although with the double jumping up here is pretty easy. So it's up to you in your own worlds whether you want to add another layer of 2 pistons, or if you want to just come through like I did and put a bar up there. That'll also help with the oak trees. And actually we don't even have to worry about that because all of these will despawn into the hoppers. Yeah, see, I've got some over there already. Makes it super convenient. So let's try that one more time. No. Alright, that one. Pull that. As soon as it's done firing, yeah. Much better. A lot of those leaves are from the previous attempt. Yeah, just look at all this acacia wood. I mean, just think about how long that would take you, especially if you had to wait for them to grow. You do have to be able... Yep, and there were some leaves still sticking out. Not anymore. Except for the ones at the top. I should have probably just gotten rid of those while I was up there. We're going to give them a chance to despawn. While I go and get myself a drink. Let me quickly finish these up. And grab that. Now just keep in mind, like those ones, they're going to drop onto that hopper. Anything above the dispensers or above the dirt could despawn. But, I mean, you're really not looking at losing a whole lot there. Let's just get these away from the logs. Yeah, I definitely should have put that bar in way earlier. Saved myself a lot of trouble. So, take a lesson from me. Don't do that. Alright, I'm gonna finish clearing these out and get myself a drink. Let these despawn, and we'll be back for run number 2. Alright, everything's despawned. I kind of threw up some inner walls because that'll be the outer wall. And let's see how these things work for birch. Not too bad. Obviously, they don't grow quite as tall as acacia, so maybe we will try acacia again just to see what that does. But the greatest thing about these is that there's nothing in front of them. Not using any bone meal, as you can see. The ones with logs in front of them, also not using any bone meal. So this doesn't actually waste any bone meal. Let me get rid of that clicking sound. The only time it uses bone meal, that actually uses a piece, is if there's a sapling there. So I could leave that running for hours. I don't know why you would, but I could leave that thing running for hours and it wouldn't actually use up any more bone meal. It would drive me completely insane with all the clicking, but you know, that's beside the point. Now this does work with jungle saplings. It kind of... Oh, didn't mean to do that. It kind of works with spruce, and it does not work with dark oak. But for acacia, jungle, oak, and birch, this farm is amazing. I mean, let's just look at all that. We just got over a stack of birch. And we still have plenty of saplings, and you know, we could just walk away, or we can punch them all down, or we could use our Fortune 3 axe. But for the most part, you can come in here, do up whatever kind of tree you need, and if you're short on saplings, you let all these despawn. You just go out and, like, you know, go collect your sugar cane, go get some more kelp, something. And when you come back, you won't have to pick up the saplings. They'll be in here, just like that. Let's grab some other saplings. Let's do some oak, some more acacia. I didn't bring any jungle with me. Let's just do some oak real quick. Look at that. Like a boss. That just went right through it all. And with the haste too, this doesn't hurt at all. Alright, let's see. Whoa, holy lag spike. We already have 2 oak saplings back in the bin. Now, to break even, all we gotta do is get 10. There's another one. Yeah. And there's another one. And everything's nice and lined up, so pretty easy to go along here and grab your extra saplings if you need them. Now, if you're at the point where you've got just a ton of saplings, you could already be planting your next row. You don't have to wait for these to despawn. In fact, let's mix and match. Let's throw down some acacia and see if that bar up there did its trick. There we go. Yeah, that is so much better. They were limited on how tall they could grow. Look at this. We got all that extra acacia wood on the side here. Also on this side. Plus the entire middle is just packed full. This has got to be, this is by far one of the best ways to get acacia. It kind of takes away the variability of the weird angles that it grows at. You don't have to go jumping around. I mean, what's this taking me? A minute? Yeah, I didn't have any acacia on me. And there's a log. Easy to see if you missed any logs. I know the biggest thing with acacia is you kill all the tree trunks and you can't really see all the way up and over to see if there's still just a log sitting in there keeping the leaves from despawning. It's a serious pain in the butt. With this, not so bad anymore. So we got most of a stack. We got 45. And the same with the oak. We got 50. So all in all, pretty decent little farm if I do say so myself. And I do. I did end up with 2 extra carpets. What do I want to do with those? Yeah, maybe just for show. And when you come back after letting them see, and they despawn pretty quick. But I mean, honestly, I can blast through these, back away holding the button, pull the lever for what, 10 seconds, and get rid of these couple of random leaves. Yeah, it just takes a minute, about a minute. So on that note, if you liked what you saw, if you learned a thing or two, if you're interested in learning more about this farm, you know, definitely check out my tutorial video. But otherwise, you know, like, comment, subscribe. It's always appreciated. You know, this is kind of just for fun, so it's just nice to hear that. It's just nice to occasionally hear that what you're doing is being enjoyed by the people that you're doing it for. Other than that, I'm having a blast doing it. I really am. It does take a lot more time than I guessed it would have, but I'm enjoying doing it. And I highly recommend anybody that's got a little bit of technical know-how, knows how to use Google, you know, give this a try. It's gonna be a lot more work than you might expect, but it's also also pretty rewarding. So on that note, until next episode, this has been Belmathuin, bringing you another 1.13 survival let's play with my 1.13 tree farm. Actually, this works in all versions with observers. So what is that? 111, 112, 113, and so on and so forth in the future. So have a good night, everybody.